गाइस अभी हम लंदन आई में बैठने वाले हैं। हमारा नंबर आने वाला है।
Come forward for me, guys. Mind
Thank
your
you.
step, please. Yep, come forward, guys.
तो गाइस कैप्सूल वगैरह चलना शुरू हो गए। अभी ये है कि कुछ लोग बैठ रहे हैं। अभी आस्ता आस्ता जा रहे हैं।
Are we nearly at the top? Amy, look, ready?
तकरीबन एक चक्कर आधे घंटे में जो है ना अपना मुकम्मल करेगा।
It's gonna go really fast. Somebody's over that. I think it's right.
फिर उसके बाद जो क्रूज़ बोट राइड है वो इधर से हमने जाना है।
Luigi's for me. But
तो अभी हमारा कैप्सूल तकरीबन मिडल में पहुंचने वाला है, जहाँ से तकरीबन सारा लंदन नज़र आता है।
Look how high we are now. Dad, look how high we
पार्लियामेंट हाउस। अभी हम बिल्कुल सेंटर में आ गए। ये सामने हेलीकॉप्टर जा रहा है। तो गाइस हम लंदन आई का चक्कर लगा के अभी नीचे आ गए। तो अभी है कि बारिश फिर से जो है ना शुरू हो गई है दोबारा। तो अभी हमारा बोट क्रूज़ रहता है, तो उसका टिकट 5:30 का है। फिर उसके बाद जो है ना हम खाना खाएंगे, फिर उसके बाद हम घर चले जाएंगे। तो ये है जुबली पार्क, बिल्कुल लंदन आई के साथ। बहुत ही प्यारी जगह है माशाल्लाह। गाइस अभी हम बोट क्रूज़ पे आ गए। हमारा टाइम होने वाला है टिकट का, तो अभी चलते हैं बोट क्रूज़ की तरफ। और ये रहा लंदन आई, और ये है थेम्स रिवर लंदन। तो जी गाइस बोट आ गई है। तो ये है कि मौसम भी अच्छा हो गया है, धूप निकल आई है तो क्रूज़ का मज़ा आए। तो गाइस अभी हम बोट क्रूज़ पे बैठ गए हैं। अभी कुछ देर तक स्टार्ट हो जाएगी। बाकी आप भी व्यू देखें।
You want to see the water.
side of the lobby. In the unlikely event of emergency, the captain will give you full instructions. The captain is located at the back of the boat on the upper deck. In order to keep their view of the river clear, please remain seated throughout the journey.
Hello everyone and welcome on board your lastminute.com London Eye. They are very good at their job, but unfortunately they can't see through anything. So if you do stand up, we might see Titanic on too. I'm sure you don't want to be in that sequel, okay guys? Now guys, I have got my wonderful colleague Ian downstairs who can help you with anything. If you require an audio guide, like I'm holding in my hand here, if you do speak differently, Ian will shout downstairs and he will be able to provide you with Now guys, the first thing you can see on your tour today is the Palace of Westminster on the right hand side here guys. Now, this is more commonly known as the Houses of Parliament. There has been a palatial building on this site since the Anglo-Saxon times. It was once home to the monarchy until King Henry VIII moved out to the Palace of Whitehall. It's now used as our home of the government and we've got two different houses inside. We've got the House of Commons and the House of Lords about British politics, but it doesn't work. Now guys, on a nice sunny day you will actually be able to see some politicians out there having their lunch. However, you won't see that at the minute. They've recently closed Parliament because they've called a general election. So in a few weeks' time, Britain will be having a general election, so we're in a campaigning period. So all of the politicians are currently campaigning to try and keep their jobs. Don't know if many of them will though. Now if you look down to the side there guys, as we're turning, you'll see tried to blow up the Houses of Parliament using 36 barrels of gunpowder. Now he was caught in the Parliamentary Archive, so we have a written record of every law here in Britain since the year 1497 inside that tower. And of course, it's that ever so famous clock tower over there, guys. Now, I'm sure that you guys all know the name of this clock tower, but I have to tell you that if you thought this was Big Ben, you're technically incorrect, guys. I know, plot twist, actually called the Elizabeth Tower. Now, Big Ben is actually the bell which is inside the tower, and it chimes on the hour every hour. But don't worry, guys, everyone here in London and the entire world calls this Big Ben. If you were to ask a Londoner where the Elizabeth Tower was, they'd look very confused, guys. Now, I did forget to mention as well, guys, we have another silly rule on board here. Anytime we pass underneath a bridge, you have to make as much noise as you can and wave under, and the London Eye is still standing.
Alright, get over here.
Now guys, we're approaching the Hungerford Railway Bridge and the two Golden Jubilee footbridges on either side. Now, these are meant to, the design is meant to blend in with that of the London Eye. Now, well done guys, we got a few there, excellent work. But we've actually got a 2 for 1 because there's another bridge here, so let's give it a go. Hello guys! Seriously guys, it's the only time in London you can wave at a stranger and get a wave back. If you try this later on the tube, it will not work. This bridge was built during the Second World War, and the task force that built this bridge was made up almost entirely of women, because all of the men were out fighting in the war at the time, guys. And you'll never believe it, but guys, can you see that one? Now, this is called the Oxo Tower, and it was owned by the company Oxo back in the 1930s. Now, you may know Oxo stock. Don't worry, you don't need to laugh, I promise my jokes are terrible, but thank you anyway. Now, coming up on the left-hand side, guys, we've got your first excellent view of St Paul's Cathedral, 66. Now, guys, we're passing underneath 2.5 bridges here, but I'll explain what on earth I mean by that in a second. Now guys, on either side you can see these mysterious red columns here. Now what are these mysterious columns and what is their purpose? Well, I'll let you think about that and I'll tell you all later on. On top of it. Now this does look like the oldest building here in London, but I have to tell you that this was actually constructed in 1997. Yes, this is a reconstruction of Shakespeare's Globe Theatre. Now, the original Globe Theatre would have stood further down the Thames, and you guessed it guys, it burned. It was used as an observation platform so that Londoners could go to the top and see their city being rebuilt around them. You can still go up the monument today, guys, but I will warn you, if you are going to go up there are 311 steps to get to the top, and there is no lift to help you. Inside, you will see an 11,500 ton battle cruiser. Now, this is the HMS Belfast. Now, she played a vital role during the Second World War, fighting off the German battleships, and even firing some of the first shots of the Normandy D-Day landings. Now, the ship went into retirement following the Second World War, and the British government tried to scrap it. However, the Imperial War Museum stepped in at the last minute to purchase this entire ship for £1 whole, guys. Yes, what a bargain. And onto the left-hand side, you will see the Tower of London. Now, the Tower of London has a very notorious history indeed. I mentioned it earlier, this is where Guy Fawkes ended up after the Gunpowder Plot in 1605. It was first constructed in the year 1066 by William the Conqueror, and it was completed in the year 1100 by his son, William II. Now, guys, as we approach the bridge, let's shift over to 1894. I know that it looks a lot older than that, but the stonework is purely cosmetic and it's designed to blend.
तो जी गाइस, आज हमारा लंदन का ट्रिप इख्तिताम को पहुंचा। अभी हम ट्रेन स्टेशन पे पहुंचा हैं, वापस जाएंगे पीटरबर्ग की तरफ। 8:30 बजे हमारी ट्रेन है, तो ट्रेन का इंतज़ार हो रहा है। तो वीडियो को लाजमी शेयर कीजिएगा, सब्सक्राइब कीजिएगा, कमेंट कीजिएगा और दुआ में याद रखिएगा। फिर मिलेंगे किसी अच्छी सी वीडियो के साथ, तब तक के लिए अल्लाह हाफ़िज़।